I'm a guy that's 25. Lego Star Wars is my life. I like Ryan Johnson. I'm Rich Boy J. Alright guys, it's mail time. Let's show you what I got this week. First up, I had a package come in from Bricklink that was super important. This was a very important Starkiller package just because really for these pieces right here, if you've been following along the Starkiller base series, you'll know that I was working on the oscillator building. I ran out of Technic pins. It was super annoying. I can't even explain it. But I got 250 here in this bag from the seller. This is going to definitely set me off in the right direction. Probably won't be enough to finish it, but it'll be enough to make some significant progress. And in the meantime, I do still have a few more orders on the way with some of these Technic pins. And then got some 1x4 dark bluish gray panels. These things are just lifesavers, honestly. Like, I've been using these pretty extensively recently in Starkiller, specifically starting with the trenches and now with the oscillator building, and they're just so useful. They're so versatile. They're helping me get very nice clean edges on my angles when I'm building, and I can't get enough of these. So I think this is at least like 100 or so of these, and probably going to end up ordering more for the oscillator building, but this should at the very least be enough to get done with those big walls that I'm working on right now. Next up, we have this bigger part of the package. These all came in the same package, but I got a bunch of 2x6 dark bluish gray plates just because I was running low on dark bluish gray 2x plates in general. So I figured, why not just get a bunch of these? These were relatively cheap. They were cheaper than like the 2x8 and 2x10 options. So I went ahead and opted for these guys, and I don't know, this probably won't last me very long. I'm sure I'll need more, but this will at least, you know, hold me over until I get some larger order until I get some larger orders of these 2x plates. And on the flip side of this, you can see I ordered a bunch of these rocker hinges. So there's like the 1x2 dark gray base over here, and then there's the 2x2 top half of it. And these are super important for the oscillator building, specifically with getting the walls to be angled. I think this is at least 100 or so of these, maybe like 120 of both sides of this. I'm almost assuredly going to need more of them, but I'm hoping this will be enough to at least get 2 of the walls done. That way I can see how the angle is going to work out and actually start building those walls up. The third one, you know, I might have to order, I'm almost definitely gonna have to order more of these for it, but if I at least get those 2 walls on the right side done, then that'll show me that it works out and that, you know, the angles I've chosen are the ones I'll need. So after that, you know, it'll be pretty straightforward. But yeah, this is just the first order that I got in this week. Gonna go ahead and grab another one. This one actually is going to be an unpackaging, so I have no idea what is in this. You guys are going to find out right alongside with me. So let's see what we got here. We got some dark brown pieces. Yes, I'm super excited to get these in. You guys don't know this, but I'm actually working on a video right now. This is kind of a secret, kind of not really a secret, but I was sent a S-Brick light, an S-Brick light from the S-Brick company, and they want me to integrate their new S-Brick light with a build, and I figured, why not take this opportunity to finally do the build that I've been wanting to do for the longest time. So I'm doing a little scene from a monster truck show. So I ordered a bunch of these blue seats for the crowd. I had like a bunch of these in yellow, I think, when I was a kid. I think I bought like a cup full of them just because I never had so many seats before. But at this point, I have no idea where those pieces are. So went ahead, placed this order. This should be enough for the crowd that I'm going to be working with. I mean, the mock is only going to be one great base plate, and the crowd obviously isn't going to take up all of that. So hopefully I should be good to go with these. And then these other pieces are just some miscellaneous dark brown slopes and such, and like plates. There may also be some tiles somewhere in this, but this is basically just going to be for the dirt. These are going to be some useful pieces for making like the 1 or 2 ramps that I'm actually going to have in this build. Unsurprisingly, I didn't have a bunch of dark brown pieces on hand, so these were super important for for me to get these in just because I wanted to make some progress on it, and I couldn't really do anything with my current assortment of dark brown pieces. So super excited to finally I'm super excited to finally have these in. Let's move along to the next package right here. Let's see if I'm gonna open it from the bottom actually, because the top half is taped and I don't want to struggle with that on camera. All right, I'm gonna try to pull these out without yanking the invoice out as well. Don't want to dox myself. And we got some Technic bricks right here. These are all obviously for Starkiller. These are actually, interestingly enough, in the old gray color. I figured it's just Technic bricks. They're not going to be visible at all in the mock, so these were cheap. I went with them. These are the light bluish gray 1x6s. These are dark bluish gray 1x4s. And then this bigger package, or this bigger bag rather, are a bunch of these 4x4 corner Technic bricks. Super useful pieces right here, especially for the angles that I'm working with on the oscillator building. These aren't cheap, but I needed a bunch of these to basically, you know, have things kind of come off at an angle, a 90-degree angle, but still have the sturdiness of like a Technic structure. So these are going to be super helpful for the oscillator building, and I have a pretty big bag here. Honestly, have no idea how many of these I ordered. Looks, I don't know, I would guess maybe like 20, 30 of these in here. And these are going to help me out so much with the oscillator building. So glad to finally have these in. And now for the final package this week. This is, I think, the biggest like sized package that I got in. And I feel like I have a slight idea of what this could be. Right off the bat, we got some Technic pins. These aren't like the 2-length Technic pins, but these are the 3-length ones with like the bigger side on the, I don't know, man. I don't build in Technic enough to know the names of these pieces, but I'm sure if you look at this, you've seen this piece before, you know what it's used for. Happy to get those in. Got more of the standard Technic pins in as well. Those are once again going to be super helpful for Starkiller base, the oscillator building. Next up we have, oh, this is a big package right here. Oh yes, I have my 6x8 Technic bricks. Super useful pieces. If you'll notice in the oscillator building, I used a ton of these for the base. These are also not cheap at all. It really sucks because it's such a useful piece, but Lego just doesn't put these in a ton of sets, so they're not really a cheap Lego piece, but they're just so useful. Like, there's very few things you can use to get, you know, the structure that these pieces can make when combined together by connecting them together with Technic pins. And they have Technic pin holes in the sides, so you can connect like Technic bricks to the sides. They're just so useful, so versatile, and I needed a bunch of these for the base of the oscillator building. Yeah, that's what I needed these for. Finally got this nice sized bag, and this is probably the most Technic I've ordered maybe ever in my Bricklink career. I've just been buying so much Technic lately for this oscillator building. I want it to be sturdy, especially with the angles that I'm going to have to try to build into it. So hopefully all this effort that I'm putting into acquiring Technic and integrating Technic won't be for nothing. I really do hope this makes the building as sturdy as I need it to be. So that's all I got this week for mail time. Hopefully you guys enjoy checking out all the cool things that I had coming in, and I really look forward to doing this more often. I know typically when I get pieces or packages, minifigs, whatever sets, and I'm always super anxious to just go ahead and crack them open. You know, I don't really take the time to sit down and film it, but I think you guys might appreciate just kind of seeing what I have coming in and me explaining like what I'm getting these pieces for. And also it might just be interesting to see, you know, a bunch of these 6x8 Technic bricks in a package. I don't know, but yeah, let me know what you thought of the video, guys, and I hope to do a lot more of these.